that. Hold on. No, I love that, by the way. That part where I go to YouTube and it's all red and then it says go live in blue. I love that. It makes me happy. Um, I'm I'm sweaty again because that's what happens when music happens and I just like I'm in the music. I sweat. um, and I'm a little bit at a loss right now. So bear with me. Um, there's all these horrible wars and um, wars. There are wars in life about race, skin color, sex, just anything that's opposite of itself is at war with itself, not realizing that it is also itself. It's like, you know, it's an enigma. But it is just us being at war with ourselves at the end of the day, isn't it? And I think the greater question here really is on this night today, you know, the real controversy is for me, are is the one we're most scared to ask ourselves, and so we get lost in these ridiculous acts of hatred. Is are there witches or no witches? Right? It's a scary question. And what is a witch? What is a witch? I think this is the original sin question. Is the power of feminine temptation, which is really just the call into life. And there are witches. And are they evil? No, they're love. They're just love spelled backwards in the past. So, Oprah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get born. God. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do right now because I really, truly am at a loss. Like, this is so enormous inside of me. And all at once. I want to, I'm really into this spontaneous thing. It's like working for me. I want to turn to a page in my occult book. Oh, occult. It's a big evening, tonight. And I want to see what happens there, because that would be fun. I want to turn to a page in my big magic book. Creative Living, Beyond Fear, Elizabeth Gilbert. And I think I want to turn to a page in my Osho journal, which is my own green journal. And maybe draw a card. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just start with the occult. The occult. And see what happens. You can't go wrong. If you're already so wrong. You just can't go wrong. Let's just do it. To you, Oprah. Because you're coming down the mountain when she comes. Oh my God. Nikki. This is page 86 and 87. Nikki and Oprah. This is 14 and 15. It's symbolism. Oh my God, my favorite quote ever is in here. On page 15. 87. The Dragon of Chaos page. I can't read all of this. I actually can't do it. But I can extract. Yes. 2 is on this page. T-O-O. My God. Good job, you two. Symbolism. This is amazing. For me. Inside of me. SM. Symbolism leads to the invisible. The symbol in occultism is more than mnemonic. It reveals a super reality. And it does. For Hermetism, a symbol is not a simple convention. Oh my God, as is the case in mathematics. Symbolism is not a language, but a way of speaking. It is much more than a collection of signs. A true symbol always designates the being in the world. Citizens of the world meeting tonight. This is so gorgeous. It hurts my soul. I mean, it does. Fuck. I need some serious restoration hardware. Whereas an ordinary sign refers to either the Streetlight Fairy Tales, baby. Refers to either the being or the world. The sign appears to be objective, but is in fact only superficial. The symbol includes the observer, and its truth comes from the awareness born of personal experience. If we reduce symbolism to the equation, signifier equals signified, we miss the whole point. A living symbol is never given, but always recreated, reconceived. I cannot read all of this. It will hurt me to do it, but there's something gray that just popped out. What happened? What is this? Christ said in Matthew X. My heart hurts. It's hurting. There's all this A-B stuff above it. But transcendence, which is why it is significant. Christ said in Matthew X 10, 16, apostrophe, behold, I send you out like sheep among wolves. Fuck. Be wary as serpents, innocent as doves. The serpent stands for cunning and the dove for simplicity. What symbol is true? I love you. I love. The symbols illuminate a shadowy gray area here. The fact that we cannot come to terms with the world without losing our souls and show, by analogy, what must be done. We are not told to be serpents or doves, but to act as serpents or doves. The ultimate exposition of symbolism occurs when the subject discovers his emptiness and he is invested with being. There's a sort of psychological crystallization which brings about a tenuous relationship with the world in which consciousness itself is perhaps only of a symbolic nature. The Hermetic quest. Birth, midwives, meaning revolves. The next page, 87, it equals 15, and it's the Dragon of Chaos, and this magical ceremony is a repetition, redundancy and all, and deepening of a symbolic urge. Links, coded message, my goodness. But the symbol glints. Like a secret jewel lying within the dark folds of the story. The same myth and symbols recur. In civilizations the world over, this surely, complete nature, or realize the cosmos. The Dragon of Chaos. Wait a minute. This says three-headed dragon and Mercury, and then the Rose of Sharon and the Lily. Sharon is a chef. Wait, and the Lily of the valley rise from the crescent moon. Here the rose symbolizes the red tincture, the elixir of life, and the lily of the valley, the white tincture which transmutes metals. The whole is a Rosicrucian National Library of Paris, the Louvre, the Da Vinci Code, and Mary. And the next page is Tantrism, 88. The ways of initiation are many, and sexuality is the one. At this point, I'm not going to read about it. It's too much for me. Lily. Big magic. You know this is weird, right? Like I'm fully showing everything inside of myself out. You know what I mean? At the risk of it being completely fucking insane, and knowing that it isn't. But the risk is so potent, and it's hard for me still. I'm just more willing and willing every day, I guess. Okay, page 98. Page 98. In Big Magic, Stella just talked about this tonight. Motives. She said, as the ambassador to speak on behalf of CWC Middle School tonight, she said, you know, you feel a motive for learning, and the motive is so, you know, inspiring that, you know, you want to learn. And 98, 96 to 97, 97 to 98 echo. Motive. And at the beginning, there's a lead-in. I'm going to read a little bit, not all of it. This is about, they spoke about, Ramona spoke about authenticity tonight. At this, let's read the whole page, yeah? Big magic, because it's big. It's big, Oprah, it's big. And my loves, it's big. With originality. These days, I'm far more moved by authenticity. Attempts at originality can often feel forced and precious, but authenticity has quiet resonance that never fails to stir me. Stir, brew, pot. Just say what you want to say. Say what you want to say, and let the words come out. I want to see you be brave. And then say it with all your heart. Share whatever you are driven to share. If it's authentic enough, believe me, it will feel original. Motives. And it begins with a giant O. Ah! Oh, and then there's like a little H. It's cute. Oh, and here's another thing. Another story. You are not required to save the world with your creativity. Your art not only doesn't have to be original, in other words, it also doesn't have to be important. For example, whenever anybody tells me they want to write a book in order to help other people, I always think, oh, please, just don't. There's no just. I added that. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. It was in those bracket things. It just says, oh, please don't. Please don't try to help me. I mean, it's a very different kind of you. Sorry. It's a very different kind of you, is not what this says. I mean, it is very kind of you to want to help people, but please don't make it your sole creative motive, because we will feel the weight of your heavy intention, and it will put a strain upon our souls. It reminds me of this wonderful from British columnist Catherine Whiteborn. You can recognize the people who live for others by the haunted look on the faces of others. I would so much rather that you wrote a book in order to entertain yourself than to help me. Page 99. I don't want to read from my journal. I want to draw a card and I want to go. You know, it's a lot. I mean, Oprah's about to be born. As a horse. It's a big deal. You know, the eve of the birth. The eve is important. It's critical, really. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I hope it's really wicked. Give me a wicked card. It's a red 7 with a trumpet blower. What's that? And it says stress. How weird. Street. Light fairy tale. And I do have the book, and I'm gonna read it to complete my process for this evening. There's a P in the corner. Baby, come on, man. Is it a monkey? Bubbles. Red 7, stress. Priest. All 800,000 pounds of me right now. I don't care, none. If you love me, you love me for every giant curve that I am at this moment in an itty bitty living space. Let's find stress. 7. This is perfect. I'm delighted. I'm emotionally gonna be like crying all night long, but you know, fun for a minute. Let's find stress. And we all know stress. We all know stress, yeah? I can't. I can't read. You can do this. Maybe I can find it. Oh, 7 of fire. Oh my god. Oh my god. The babysitter's here. Page 90. Wow. Okay, let's go. Page 90 to read a little bit about stress and close out my night in this way. God, it takes forever sometimes, I swear to Jesus. And it's just after 89, success, which, you know, pizza was delivered in the name of 89 tonight in the private room in the back at Desana's. So let's go to 90. Okay, stress. The artist says this. I'm just gonna read this, and I still want to wow, apologize, because it seems like it would be so boring for other people, but I'm really, in the end, I'm not doing it for any other reason than that which wants to come through me for a process that is, I've been here before. I just have to obey. How many people do you know who, just when they were completely overloaded with too many projects, too many balls in the air, have suddenly come down with the flu, or taken a fall and ended up on crutches? That's just the sort of bad timing the little monkey with the pin in his hand, oh my God, is about to impose on the one-man band. Pictured here, Diamond. The quality of stress represented by this card visits all of us at times, but perfectionists are particularly vulnerable to it. We created ourselves with the idea that without us, nothing will happen, especially in the way we want it to. Well, what makes you think you're so special? Do you think that the sun won't rise in the morning unless you personally set the alarm? Go for a walk. Or buy some flowers. And fix yourself a spaghetti dinner. Anything unimportant will do. Just put yourself out of that monkey's reach. And then the O show on 91 says, all private goals are neurotic. The essential man comes to know, to feel, I'm not separate from the whole. And there is no need to seek and search for any destiny on my own. Things are happening. The world is moving. Call it God. He is doing things. They are happening of their own accord. 33 today. Accord. What? Come on. There is no need for me to make any struggle, any effort. There is no need for me to fight for anything. I can relax and be. Wow. The essential man is not a doer. The accidental man is a doer. The accidental man is, of course, done in anxiety, tension, stress, anguish. Yes. Fuck. Continuously sitting on a volcano. It can erupt at any moment. I don't know where that got weird, but let's just say sitting on a volcano. a volcano. Sitting on a volcano. It can erupt at any moment. Because he lives in a world of uncertainty and believes as if it is certain. This creates tension in his being. He knows deep down that nothing is certain. Curtain. 45. I know certain things that are certain. For me. That's amazing. I gotta go. Music isn't necessary right now. And how do I say this without losing my whole self? Like in a flood. Just like I'm shaped differently than I've ever been, and I'm exposing more than I ever thought I would, intellectually or like just egotistically, I guess, My soul is so vast, so, that intention obviously is like gonna overpower anything else. But my body is a reflection of that capacity, and it's larger, and flawed and beautifully so. And thank you. I just want to say, this is a lot. Thank you for wanting me like you do. Just really, thank you so much. God. There's some security from it I just have never known before. So I was like, thank you to those who really do want me. It's given me enormous strength. I'm so grateful. So, this is for Oprah tomorrow. It's B-Day. All the way from Maryland.